Hello, now then, welcome back. This is episode 3 of our automating Spillage playthrough, which is now actually running in 1.0 non-experimental. It was super painless, and I was very happy with that. We are in a drought for 10 whole days, which is probably going to be a problem, but we have enough water, I think, to get through most of it without too much issue. This is going to be a problem here, so probably best to pause these guys. Push comes to shove, we can just turn this back on. We don't need to worry too much about it because it's not a bad tide. What we can get them doing is finishing off this, which I don't think is stuck behind any other building. This was the last thing we put in before, which is all good. That is going to annoy me, but we'll fix that sometime further up here. We need to pull back from all this area anyway, so we had all of this to try and get the 3000 science down here, which we were this close. In fact, I think it was this staircase we was missing just to get it, so close but yet so far. The reason for this being terrible is because it's a million miles away, but we should... Aha, this was the thing we was building. This here is going to be very important to our beavers very soon, because this is going to fix a lot of the problems we have. We need to build that, but this should, in theory, hopefully, fix a lot of the issues we have for bad tides. Up here anyway. Which should mean the only problem is going to be this bad boy, but we can do something akin to this to fix it. Now, we are down several beavers, but we do have enough of these guys to make that a dream come true, so for the sake of it, it's probably going to be easy to maybe just chuck some log storage here. Now, I don't think this actually works without haulers, to be honest, but maybe it will if the builders are bored, which they are not. Let's get this on triple speed, as it feels like they're walking in molasses otherwise. One thing I did want to do after... Actually, given the price of these things, I'm not going to. Let's see. Let's do this instead. So, there was no incident here, but we will just plant 4 shrubs for absolutely no reason whatsoever. That's... I suppose actually we could make it somewhat nicer if we did it a bit better than that, but we'll do that there, and we will set it to low priority as I would like them to do everything else first. But there is 4 shrubs for no reason, and that is what everyone needs to remember. Everything is fine. That's probably going to injure them, but needs to be done. Probably say do that next. Hopefully this guy doesn't get too injured from it. Probably spring it when it's done, but these do take a while to get rid of, don't they? Crikey. Cool. So, get these placed in, and if these are all fixed beforehand, this will no longer be a problem. I think we can safely get rid of all of this at this point. We don't need to worry about it at all. It helps if I hit the right one. There we go. Be gone. Right, so that's that gone. We don't need to worry too much about this area anymore either, as that was before I discovered this hole here. And we'll pull them back eventually, so that's okay. So... yeah, didn't think that would work. Never mind. Never mind. So this will eventually all disappear, but this will keep everything ticking along nicely. Right. So while we're in a bit of a peace and quiet on the map in this drought, let's have a look at what we've got down here? I think that's normal water, but obviously it's since the last bad tide, it's now full of poo. That's bad water seep, so we need to cap that off, although this might make a nice little bad water reservoir, actually. Decisions for future. Let's see how we go with that. It will need to drain off, but that's nice and easy to escape this way. This is a bit of a shame, but never mind. That's bad water. That's just trapped. I think this is water seep as well. Yes, it is. How far away from down here? To get up here is going to be a bit of an interesting one as well. But I think potentially worth it. Not for now, but let's lay this in. I didn't want to do that there either, but didn't want to do that either. So that's that capped, so to speak. I mean, not yet, but it will be. So, metal, we need that. This was the first thing that gets us into all of these, so don't know if we need relays yet, but we have gears for it, so that's not a problem. Flow sensor is fine. Depth could be useful, which we could do, so I'm scrapping that for. So let's unlock this, use some of that dear sweet science, and for here, lay that in, because we can say that when it's below this thing, turn these off, basically. I believe that's how it works. Let's just say this is... we'll give it a different name later. I want to be above. Yeah, that's not what we want, is it? We need to... We do need that as well, I think. But if that's going to be set to on when it's below the threshold... No, we don't need that, but we've got it anyway. Whatever. Yes, so... actually... No, I think we do need this. This should not... That guy. So they now work inversely. On if input is off. Wait a minute. My brain. No, right, let's just connect this to this. No, that was right. We didn't need this at all. Never mind. Whatever. Don't know why they built that beforehand, but anyway. I'll automate that to the depth sensor 2. That needs to be on. Where's my lever? Switch on. We'll just pause that one manually, I think, at this point. Actually, that relay would have been useful, but never mind. We will cover that another time. We don't really want to water this. I think these should survive. Oh yeah, they're all 6 days. Weirdly, some of these died last time, and I don't really understand why, but it's what it is. So, let's see how we're doing up here. Good. So this is done. We don't need this anymore, so it never got used, but whatever. I would like to say that let's pull some of this stuff back. May as well stick them here for lack of anything better to do. But we will duplicate this bad boy, that. But we will say this is going to be for logs if there's any spares that come up. Goodbye to the path. I believe they can reach both of those. At the minute, we're not making a great deal to obviously live too much without them, so that's fine. Plenty of juice left in there. Most of that's okay. Looks like we're full on berries, so you can go find something else to do. We can probably now turn this off. And then that is below, so it turns on, which pauses those. Not showing that one. Did I get why this is inversed to... Never mind. We'll see what happens. Anyway, so that's open. That's good. We will need to automate these slightly better than this using the lever, but lever. Pull the lever, and everything should be fine. This area is coming along nicely. We do, begrudgingly, want to get them back down in here. Let's use some of those. Like that. Get this hooked back up. Because this here is going to be an interesting one to build, as they cannot get to it. Because it's underneath. I'm going to ask for you to be deleted. Those two. So because this is underneath this, well, they can't build any of it, but they should be able to get everything else, including that. Alright, that's all good, that's all paused. This should fill back up. Are we out of scrap? Yes, we are. That's why that doesn't work. So let's make sure that this area is secure. Lovely stuff. Look at it go. That's what we want to see. Would we ever want to get back down here? Maybe. We'll leave those in. For now, anyway. Good, so they're back down there. That should mean we can, in theory, open this back up. Not that we have any jobs for it, but... What have you got to cut? Nothing. Let's have all of this back then. Thanks very much. Should be able to build most of that. And I think it's high time to say, priority-wise, this all goes back to what it should be. So that's now protected. We can improve this once we get metal properly, which we don't yet have. Science is back up to nearly where we were, which means we should have enough metal parts, which should mean with the science of this, we can get it unlocked. So yes, we can. So that is metal parts now. I think I looked at that last time. So that gives us bad water, and for getting metal, is that ye olde scrap? It is. Okay. 20 gears, we could do that too, but you obviously need power. So, can this be squeezed down here? The answer is probably yes. Yeah, don't worry about it. That worried me for a minute there. We can rip that out. Yes, okay. Kinda sucks this won't fit in properly, but that'll do. Maybe didn't need to make that path as jaunty as we did, but never mind. Down here, though, you guessed it, more storages. So scrap can come into this one, and metal can come out of that one. Doesn't really give us a lot, but it's going to be okay. I'm going to tidy this path up because it's not the best. Few planks. Okay, it's another drought. That's not a problem. I think let's just duplicate these. So that's more blocks, more gears, more planks. That can get emptied. I'll get to that eventually. They should be on with this because it's been on the case for a while. It being a drought's not a big issue for us at the minute. That's probably not too far from running out. That's okay. A couple of birches, we'll take it. Just in case you decide to complain about it being too far away. It's not anymore. Okay, so that needs what? One more scrap, and then I think we're okay. There's plenty in there though, so just do me this. Whoops. I need you to not be... you want to be above, don't you? Yes, that's right. So you'll pump when there's enough juice to pull it out. I think that's correct. We'll call you... Deb. Good. So that's the depth sensor done. You don't need to exist as a job anymore, so get rid of you. Gives us a couple of spots to put in some beavers, that's fine. That needs hitting with a hammer, that needs some more logs. We've got plenty, so again. Too much of an issue. It's quite a bit of a distance to go. It would be nice if this was not full of poo water, but can't really do much about it. It will go green eventually. With that, this area here should now be safe from ever getting any issues. We do need to do this on it as well, but that will come in time. That should mean the scraps go in that way. Probably do with another water setting up. Yeah, because they're only going to get longer, so let's get that in. You will be a high priority workplace, which is already set. And we copy the settings to that. So that doesn't give us much to pump out, but it should mean that that will stop pumping and give us enough water in there. So that's an 11-day drought. That's not the best news, but it will be okay. And that should encase everything in here, which it has. Awesome. So let's do a bit of tidying up, get everything picked away. This hopefully will be used by then, but I'm not sure. But in the meantime, in between time, let's think about getting bad water in, because it's going to be useful at some point. Yes, please. And storage, let's just go with that. You will be for bad water. Now, somewhere in here, we can build that. So let's... So when bad water... is it 100%? I believe that will work. Okay, so we need to come up with a comical name for this thing as well. And one count. That'll do. I'm assuming that works as it does. Just I'll prioritize that for now. But I'm hoping that when that's 100%, it will... Or I guess if that's... Yes, if that's less than 100%, turn that on. Correct. Good. Then turn off. We could probably say that that be... I don't know. 80. I'll get someone in there for the time needed, and then we can be getting it closed. Once this is unlocked, though, this could be useful for a lot of stuff. Because that'll work for these other stocks as well. So we may not put that there, but... Count on... Count. There we go. We know what it's for now, at least. Okay, so that's done, that's done. You've got some more trees to pull out. That's going to dry off. So, I think it's time. Good, metal blocks moving and shaking, that's fine. That probably means they're going to get down here at some point. It's probably worth saying then that when this one... Turn on when Johnny Depp's too low. No, you need to be the other way, don't you? I do need that relay. Where's that relay gone? Relay on E. So when Johnny Depp... You need to relay on me. I think. We'll see. We'll see if that works. Seemingly so. probably do need to adjust the thresholds on there just a tiny bit. Alright, so in theory, when this is below 50, or greater than 50, it's off. But that turns this guy on, which will keep that wet. In theory. But we'll see. See how that works. You are wrong, because you're related to that which doesn't exist yet. What do you need? Gears, planks. Stuff it, let's get you built. I'm interested to see what we could do with, though, I was going to say, need to moisten up this area just a tiny bit, so we are going to water dump this, unfortunately. It's a bit of a waste of... well, not, it's not waste, I suppose. Just don't want to... am I doing this stupidly? I think the answer is yes. Just... I think I'm doing it stupidly. Maybe I'm not doing it stupidly. 1, 2... no, because we still need to do it no matter what. I think I am doing this very stupidly, hang on. Sorry, beavers. I am sorry. I think that's what we had before, but whatever. Whatever, just put them in. Well, I suppose it doesn't matter, it's a little bit bigger, does it? It'll affect it somewhat, but I think it'll be okay. Fluid dumps obviously are a thing, so they can go into... I guess there, that'll be fine. Okay, so 4 days, well, 5, near enough on that. Metal is coming in. I think this thing is just about keeping up. $320. Yeah, just about. Okay, they should be able to build, well, most of that. Would do if I hadn't built it in such a stupid fashion, but never mind. You know what? Just put some sticks in. Be fine. So I need to let them build the rest of it. That. Pause you for now. Now, what do we want down here? I think food. And because the iron teeth are super good at farming, oops. Looks ugly, but it'll be okay. There's probably a much better way of doing this. This would have actually been better the other way around, but never mind. Never mind. It'll be okay. And now rip out all of that, so we get some stuff back at least. And do that as well, so we get a little bit of path back. Alright, you're on staff, that's fine. You've got nothing to do, which is probably correct because these two here aren't marked. Let's fix that. May as well clear this area up just a little bit. Hopefully that... Not really. Okay, well... let's do that then. We'll just move one of these up here. Should clear this area quite nicely. So that's built, but we didn't quite get all the way there. So for now, we will pause that because this is empty. That's okay. That's holding up nicely. That's not too much left. That probably won't see the back of this, but it's okay. We do need to get them pumping once that's done. These are all high priority jobs. That's fine. You've got nothing to do, so we'll pause you. I suppose we don't need to pause you actually, do we? We do need to make it wet though, so let's do that. Delete. Not that. No. Yes. Yes. Okay. Right, that's dry. This should dilute at some point. You've got nothing to do, so let's get you out of there. Just get rid of these. Alright, crops. So we have, I think, enough kohlrabies, there's enough berries. Mangrove fruits are a thing, so probably need to move into cassavas. So let's lay that in. Just do half for now. You are going to be all harvest. You're going to be all plant. And I think we may be at the time where we need to get some more beavers, or at least soon. So let's just see if this works. So you're turned on. That takes a while to turn up, that's not a problem, but it's be okay, I think. Yes, look at that. Now we're talking. Now ideally, over here, we'd have a pump to empty this, but otherwise it's waste. Which we could do, but not quite yet. I think that'll be okay. But that is perfect. This can go back onto there. We haven't got anyone to go in here, but that's okay. You're full, so let's just pause that again. Right, so where is the weather vane thing? This is, oh, sparkly planks. We're a million miles from sparkly planks. Damn. Alright. I don't think we can do much with that. Then I was hoping to get this in so we could do... Well, we could unlock it, but it's kind of pointless. So We need sparkly blanks. So trees need to be a thing. Okay. I think for that we're going to need to start getting more beavers. So, another one of these bad boys. Let's get that in. So, we've automated the pumping, that's good. We've automated keeping everything farm-wise moist. This needs to run constantly anyway, but we could put in a depth sensor so that this turns off, similar to Johnny Depp over here. If we were to say, not that I can build it, because I took the steps out, which, you know, would have been a wise idea to leave alone, but that said, can they be built in water? Measures the water depth below its arm. Okay. Does that mean it can be built in water? This could be an expensive mistake. Okay, that's another drought. Let's... I'm going to do that. That works, actually. So it measures half height from there, which is okay. So... you can't get scrap metal because I turned it off, so let's just quickly wang that in. Of course, I would leave the one tree that grows. That's okay, though. So, yes, where was I? This thing, 50%, 50 or half a meter. When it's... Probably the wrong way around, actually. Pause it a sec. How does this work again? You turn on when it's greater than that. Turn on. Ah, yeah, because that's the current status. Right, I understand. Right, so when you're... Oh. I think that's right. I think that'll work. Yes, build it, please. So right now it's fully stocked, which is correct. When that gets below... Yes, when that gets below here, that will turn on. And then... Yeah, I think actually that will maintain it at half. So... But we will make you a high priority job, but you should only need to appear when such times as calls for it. So we also need storage. Be distracted by that. Let's see. You're quite close. You can be the raw. Wherever you are. What's these again? Cassava. Raw cassava. So there's a place for you to go to. That's 2 babies, that's okay. Let's just knock you down to 1 in each. I think that should be enough to keep up for now. And we do need some more power, so this thing's currently doing next to nothing because it's night time, but... Alright, 18-day droughts, here we go. Big stuff's coming in now. Good, this works, so you're at... I assume that's 80%. Okay, it's a... Well, yeah, go to 100 and hopefully that pauses at 100. We'll find out, I suppose. No goods selected. Oh yeah, that's that. It's okay. Let's see, we're not building anything at the minute. Those picked up, may as well get the spares in. And I'll leave the rest of it because I don't think we'll need to come over this way for a while, but there's better ways to get across there, so we'll worry about that at the time. I do want to redo that. So once these guys have made their way out, which they have, let's get rid of this guy, that. And for the time being, we'll just get him to collect it. It's not a biggie. Good, this water is now nice and clean, which gives us some area to plant down here. You're bored, so do you need to exist? The answer is no. Not there anyway. And I think this area will be very handy to have trees. So let's look at a forester. Be nicer to give you a bit of extra area to affect, but I guess for as good a place as any, that'll do. And I do want to plant all of the oaks around here, so let's leave a couple of spaces for what's in. And what we can. I think it's basically most of that. It will be subject, of course, to this thing being constantly full, which it won't be. There's not too much I can do about that with it being just a seep either. As we can't control the depth to that degree. Not yet, anyway, but that is coming. Okay. So we have... well, all the cassava, but it's going nowhere. And we do need power, so... I think our next purchase is going to be this thing. We've got all the stuff to run that, so let's get that in. We need to name this guy, don't we? I mean, we could just... two. I don't know. Think of another depth pun for me, please, if you can, and I will rename this guy. Okay, that's going to get built next. That's good. Right, is there anything we can do for these beavers? Population-wise, we do have a homeless beaver. Our berries are still looking fine. Probably get someone in to pull them out. If we get staff, that's okay. They're now paused because you're that level, that's okay. To be honest, it probably does need to be a bit higher than that just to keep as much water in here as possible. So let's say I'll never get that high, will it? Because it's I think there we go. Again, seeps, so we don't get a full tile. Okay, that's now in. Don't need the oil press just yet. We do need a fermenter, so this thing is going to be next. I'm wondering what the best way around to build this is. Probably that. Good as out, I suppose. Just chuck that like that. You can also be for cassava. We are going to need another one of these. But you are going to be for fermented cassava. And you are going to be for fermented cassava. There's no one in there at the minute, which is fine. That's paused. We do need to keep that job working. That's paused. That's okay. This is in, so that's good. We do need to be able to cut down these trees, though, so before they get too excited, as I forgot, let's just lay this guy. Again, a lot of sprawl, but we'll see how it copes with just the one for now, so... We could automate this, actually. Ooh. Ooh, we could automate this. Could automate this. Why does it need a path? I don't understand why it needs a path, but okay. Sorry, tree. I'm gonna rip you out. Apparently, it needs to be a thing. Depth. Where is it? Resource counter. This is a count von tree count. You are basically going to be for wood. Or logs, more specifically. When you are full, stop. And we will pause you. Count on tree counts. Count on tree counts. Although you shouldn't be paused. When it's less than 100%, turn on. Good. So, kind of still a waste of effort for these guys. However, that said, when it is full at 380, oh, this will turn off. So they'll only be cutting should we have the need for them to do so. And if we were to automate this, it's not a resource though, is it? No, it's not a resource. There's no way to see if there is... Yeah, no there isn't. Fair enough. Kind of would have been nice to see. Never mind. Alright, so that's paused, that's okay. That is a water seep, which we could have to our advantage. This area's nice, this area less so. So we're back to everything up here looking clean, mostly. We could do with fixing this area as well. But we do have metal at this point, so we do need science. So hopefully... Okay, maybe not hopefully. We need more beavers than that, but I don't really want to get too heavily invested in doing anything, because we're still all the jobs down. I think we can take you down to 2, because we're not going to get too much done. What we can do is get the count von counting. And for... What have we got? Gears. You will be for metal. Metal block. You will be for... This alphabetical list is confusing me. Thank you, gear. And you will be for... the planks. Oh. You counts. On metal. Counts. You. Oh, you can do copy and paste. Count one key accounts and count on blank count. Thanks. Where were we? So you can automate 2 gears, you can automate 2 planks, and you can automate 2 metal. When these are full, they will turn off. I love it. I love it. I actually love it. We still need to worry about resourcing and priority of jobs for these things, which is a problem. But that does mean we can get someone in here making cassavas, which is perfect. Tapper Shack, don't need to worry. Oh, I suppose we do, because we need pine resin. So, that's 500 science. And that is 800 science. Okay, that's a fair way away. But we do have someone in here. So I think what we'll do now might be a bit convoluted, but bear with me on this, just for water saving purposes. You, I am going to say good bye to. I'll flip that actually, just to make this a little bit easier. It's probably a better way of doing this, but it does mean we don't lose this water. We could also put a depth sensor in. I will grant you. That may be a better call. But you should be automating to this guy, I think. Yes. No. Maybe. We'll find out in a sec when that gets built. Either way, I think that's perfect. Well, we've got 5 days left. Okay. This is unfortunately... Yeah, we're going to have to splash this. Yeah, not a fan of it, but I think the easiest way to do this is just this. It's not ideal, but beggars can't be choosers. We are out of water as well, which isn't a good place to be. I'm hoping... Okay, we are going to get very thirsty. You are just going to get paused. In fact, no, I need you to be unautomated. I need you to get someone in there. I need that water. I need to splash this. And pause it. We're going to have to ride this, unfortunately. And I'd rather lose the crops than beavers to thirst. So they've got 10 days left now, so that's fine. These will continue to grow. There's some fruit left in it. And it may be worth also putting this guy in. Just to get that. Again, they're going to get paused instantly, but that'll be fine. So these have got 6 days left. They're all got no risk of dying, that's fine. I'm going to have a bit of Disco 2000 here, but we will need to fix that at some point, but that'll keep this running low. That's okay. I think actually we'll just pause that as well. There should be enough water in there to keep this alive for now. And then we'll just have to unpause it when good times come again. So we are bingo water. Not good. They will be getting thirsty. If you've got nothing to do, pause you. We do have 4 board beavers. Alright, 2 days and no water. They are going to get thirsty, thirsty boys, but never mind. I'm hoping they get through it okay. Let's just take a look at their... Yeah, they're not mega thirsty yet, so that's fine. Could do something to make them a bit happier, but we'll worry about that come the good times. We'll need you for now, so that's fine. Good, industry's all paused, so yeah, that's why they're bored, but soon won't be. They could be split better, and we'll grant you that. .9 days, yes they're thirsty, but it's fine. There's no water anyway, so let's just get rid of those. Yeah, you can go back to being on 2 Johnny Depp. Could also look to rip this guy out because there's nothing for him to do. Let's get these built. Probably take that path out, but I think it'll be fine just to leave in. No concerns. How actually thirsty are you? Got a day to live. Hopefully it's not too bad. And we have bad water, which we can do not a lot with, but that's okay. Yeah, not good. Yeah, that's out of water now, so these will die. Well, in a while. Let's turn that back on. Yeah, I know. Water's back tomorrow though, boys. Get pumping instantly and you can have a drink. Do need another house though. Just do that. Can start pumping instantly. So, don't think anyone's died of old age, but hopefully these guys can get that sorted pretty swiftly. Oh, you need that to run. So, no thirst, all old age, that's okay. This can now... go to that. Hopefully the thirsty beavers are less thirsty. Good, that line is going in the right direction. We may lose a couple still, potentially. We just need to get them to build a buffer. And hopefully they can start moving some of that in. Hauling may be the future, if I'm honest. These guys, yeah, you're gonna need water in there, that's alright. That's okay. You should be automated on... rely on me. Is that right? No. Yes. No. You should be on Johnny Depp. But actually, yeah, alright. I guess that's going to be more difficult to control. Figure one out for another time. But I think that will do us. The thirst, I believe, issue is resolved. Looks like it is. That's starting to come back in. We're starting to get stocked up again. I think it's fair to say we need another one of those. So let's get that built. Everything over here should be fine, so we also need someone in there, but that's going to be its own problem from a staff point of view. Yeah, you guys have got nothing to do. Let's just control you that way then. It's fine. We'll worry about it another time. So we just need to get that water pumped. Cool. Right. I think for now, before we get to another season of bad tide or drought, let's call this episode here. I think we've done quite a bit, certainly on the automation front. It's a bit confusing, but we will get there. There's some bits and pieces to probably fix because I think this will disco flash all the time, but not much we can do about it. We do need to move into the weather station because that's going to control all this noise here for us. So that's going to slam this guy shut, basically, is the plan. And he's going to come in handy for all of these, is the hope. But that means we've got to expand and work our way up the map, which we will be doing, obviously, come next time. We've put these in so we have some better food stuffs. We could do with automating this so when it's full, this guy stops trying, so we don't have the jobs kicking about. We've automated these jobs so that when we're full of stuff, these guys are doing nothing, which is ideal. We do the same for the berry gatherer, I guess, and well, loads of other stuff to be fair. I don't know if this has to be connected to a path. If you know the answer to that, do let me know. Okay, it's a bad side, so we will see if our defences here do anything. They should do. I don't know why they'd leak, otherwise we need to pull out of here very quickly, but I will pause the episode so we don't rush into that while I do my rambling. But anyway, we've expanded a little bit, automated a lot, got some better foodstuffs, things looking up. We need more water than this though. We're probably going to need to disappear up to another area to pull that out, which is probably, suffice to say, creating something around here that's going to fill it up, which brings... Okay, it goes that way. Because... Ah, yes, this has exploded last time, that's right. So ideally, we need to get water moved out from up there. Could do with joining these up. So yeah, all right, we will tackle that next time, I think. And we need to get fresh water, a lot of fresh water. It's actually maybe down here. There's just a lot. So this could be a nice little freshwater reservoir, and it's close. So next mission is that, I think. So we will leave it here. Again, thank you very much for watching. Any comments or names for the sensors that are of comedy? Obviously, we've got the Timberborn counts. I think they're okay, but we have Johnny Depp, but I've used him once, so we need another depth-based name for the sensors. If you have something better than the Timberborn whatever, then also chuck them down below. Would be excited to see what you can come up with. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.